Welcome back to the AutoXpert, where we dig deep into the cars that matter, and today we have the 2026 Dodge Hornet. Now, before we get into the details, let's acknowledge that this is a somewhat peculiar model year for the Hornet. Production has been delayed, and there's uncertainty around availability in the United States. So this might be less of a here's what you can buy now and more of a here's what you need to know about its future, its specs, and whether it's worth watching. Asterisk. So first off, the Hornet is the smallest and most affordable model in the Dodge lineup, a compact crossover designed to bring a bit of Dodge attitude into the small SUV segment. Its roots go back to its European sibling, the Alfa Romeo Tonale, and it's built in Italy, which, as we'll see, plays a role in its 2026 story. The design language gives it sporty cues, muscular lines, hood scoops on performance trims, and the kind of bold styling that tries to set it apart from middle-lover road. Compact CROSSOVERS. Under the hood, the Hornet offers a few interesting powertrain options. There's a standard gasoline turbo 4-cylinder in the GT trim, producing around 268 horsepower and 295 pounds-ft of torque in the GT spec. And then there's the plug-in hybrid PHEV RT model, which boosts performance thanks to the electric motor's torque and offers an electric-only range of around 30 miles for US spec when fully charged. For example, the RT with PowerShot mode claims about 288 horsepower and a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of about 5.6 seconds. For a compact crossover that's legitimately sporty. Inside the Hornet you'll find tech-forward features: a digital instrument cluster 12.3-inch and a large touchscreen infotainment display 10.25-inch or larger, with the Uconnect 5 system, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. The interior styling also echoes the sport car heritage. Paddle shifters available especially on higher trims, performance-inspired seats, contrasting stitching, and packages like the Track Pack, which include upgraded wheels, red brake calipers, Alcantara trim and so on. So it's not just a small SUV trying to be boring. Dodge gave it some attitude. Asterisk. From a practical standpoint, yes, it is a compact crossover, so you'll get the usual benefits: higher ride height, SUV styling, all-wheel drive on many trims, but you'll also accept some compromises compared to bigger SUVs to space. Maybe rear legroom, dynamic focus. That said, if you're after something with more personality than your typical compact SUV, the Hornet stands out. Asterisk. Now, the big caveat: for the 2026 model year, things are complicated. Due to import tariffs, the Hornet is built in Italy and faces US import tax issues. Parent company Stellantis has delayed production of the 2026 Hornet. It's currently unclear whether the Hornet will skip the 2026 model year or if a limited run will be produced later. So if you're watching this thinking I want one for 2026, you might run into availability issues or extended wait times. Asterisk. What does that mean for buyers and for the AutoXpert audience? If you're in the market now, you might be better looking at a 2025 Hornet if you can find one, rather than counting on 2026. The 2026 badge may carry appeal, but the risk of delay or non-release means you might miss out. On the other hand, if you're someone who follows cars for fun, the Hornet is a cool example of how a brand known for muscle cars, Dodge, is branching into compact crossovers with a performance twist. Asterisk. Now, is it worth watching? Absolutely. From a feature, performance, and design viewpoint, the Hornet checks many boxes. It gives you Dodge styling and performance credentials in a segment dominated by more sedate choices. The plug-in hybrid element, combined with the agility and looks, set it apart. But you must weigh that against the uncertainty of model year availability, possibly higher pricing, imports cost more, and the challenge of servicing an imported model in some markets. Just something to consider if you were thinking globally. Asterisk. For your audience, if you do a hands-on video, focus on how the Hornet drives, especially the RT with PHEV, how the interior quality feels compared to rivals, how the technology integrates, and how it fits into real-world life, cargo space, backseat comfort, ride noise. Also highlight the story why Dodge built it to bring muscle car feel to the crossover segment, how production being in Italy influences cost availability, and what the delay means for 2026. Asterisk. In summary, the 2026 Dodge Hornet might not be the easiest car to get, but it represents an interesting shift for Dodge and for the compact SUV market. For buyers who value performance and style and are willing to deal with potential wait times or import costs, it's a compelling choice. For more mainstream buyers who just want value and convenience, you might want to keep an eye on availability or pick a different model. Either way, it's a car worth following. Asterisk. That wraps up our look at the 2026 Dodge Hornet here on the Auto. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and let us know in the comments what you'd like to see next, maybe a drive, review, or comparison versus another performance compact crossover. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.